mist rolled in just before dawn, not as a soft blanket, but as a seeping, gray dread. It tasted of old iron and ash on the tongue. For Elias, a cartographer who had seen every corner of the kingdom, it was a new flavor of wrong. He was here to map the forgotten battlefields for the king's new land registry. Just lines on parchment, the quartermaster had said, handing him a purse of silver. Land is land, but this place was not land. It was a wound. His horse, a steady old gelding named Bump, stopped at the edge of the field and would not go further. He snorted, his eyes rolling to show the whites, a tremor running through his hide. Elias dismounted, patting his neck. "All right, old friend. I'll go alone." The moment his boot touched the soil of the field, the air thickened. The sounds of the waking forest, a distant bird, the rustle of leaves, were snipped away, replaced by a profound, heavy silence. It was the silence of held breath. He walked forward, his compass needle spinning in a wild, useless dance. The ground was a lumpy patchwork of grass and thistle, hiding the contours of what lay beneath. He didn't need to dig to know what made those lumps. The curse wasn't in the ground, he realized. It was in the moment. As he reached the center, a low hillock where a single twisted oak stood, the world bled. The gray mist turned red, not the color of a sunset, but the bright, shocking arterial red of a fresh wound. For a single heart-stopping second, Elias saw them, not as ghosts, but as men of flesh and blood, locked in a silent, eternal struggle. A knight in rusted plate mail swung a mace at a foe who was already dissolving, only for the knight himself to be run through by a phantom pike. Their mouths were open in war cries that made no sound, their faces masks of fury and terror. They flickered like faulty candles here, then gone, then here again, in a different pose, a different death. Elias stumbled back, his own cry caught in his throat. He fell to his knees, and the touch of the cold earth triggered another wave. This time he didn't just see them, he felt them. He was a young archer, his fingers slipping on the bowstring, slick with his own blood, a strange cold peace settling over him as the light faded. Then he was a knight, the weight of his armor crushing, the hot splash of a companion's blood on his face, a name Anya screaming in his mind as a final, desperate thought. Then a horse, terrified and in pain, the world a chaotic blur of falling bodies and screaming men. The onslaught of dying minds was too much. He cried out, releasing his grip on the grass. The vision snapped back, retreating into the red mist,